Hi, during this video I'm going to be showing you how I am printing using two Gelli plates at the same time. So my plan is I'm going to take this stencil and I am going to use it as a traditional stencil on the first gel plate, using sponge applicator to apply the acrylic paint to create a 4-layered one pull print like this one. And then I'm going to use the stencil again, but this time I'm going to use it as a stamp that's going to remove the excess ink from the stencil onto the second gel plate to create a second 4-layered one pull gel print like this. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Drop me a comment below, let me know, do you prefer the stamp or the stencil outcome from this tutorial? I will also drop a link below in the description if you would like to sign up to my newsletter. It's the best way to learn about all my in-person workshops and my new online course. So let's get printing. Okay, so today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using two Gelli plates to print on at the same time. So I have got this stencil here that I'm going to use. Found it in the back of a cupboard, bought it some time ago. From Rebecca Mayer Designs. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name, but I'll drop the link to her website in the description below. So the plan is I'm going to use the stencil as a stencil on this gel plate and apply layers of paint using either sponges or a brayer. I'm going to see how that goes. And then what I'm going to do is then use the stencil as a stamp and stamp it onto the other gel plate. So the paints I'm going to be using my Paynes Grey, my Wedgewood Blue. I've got my green grey out. Not sure if I'm going to do a third layer yet. I'll see how I get on. And then I'm going to be pulling the print with this parchment. So I'm going to begin by placing the stencil on the gel plate. And I want to press it down firmly to make sure it's got really good contact with the gel plate so the paint doesn't seep underneath the edges. And I'm going to go in with a sponge applicator with the Paynes Grey paint. And I'm using the sponge applicator because it's much easier to get in between all the gaps. I'm really not using too much paint. So you do want to apply this in very thin layers of paint because you do need to let it dry in between. I'm showing you this in real time here, so you can see it can be a little bit time consuming because you do want a nice even coat of paint on your gel plate, and you do want to make sure that you're hitting all those gaps so you get a nice clear image. So you can see now I'm going to peel that stencil back and then I'm going to use it on the other gel plate as a stamp. And you can see that I'm kind of restricted for space because of the camera, but I'd recommend you have these gel plates much further apart so you can work more freely. And I'm just using a piece of copier paper just to put some pressure on to transfer that paint onto the gel plate. So when you peel it back, you can see it's transferred the image. And you can see there, just repeating the process, going back in with another area of the stencil and applying the Paynes Grey with the sponge. So what's really important to remember is that once you've finished applying this layer of colour, so the Paynes Grey, once you're happy with your design, you need to let this layer dry completely before going in and layering with a second colour. So now I'm going in with my second colour. So I'm going in with the green grey paint. Again, I've applied a small amount to the sponge and I'm just going to build those layers, adding the detail. Peeling back that stencil again, flipping it over and then popping it down, using it as a stamp, piece of copy paper again to press it down firmly. And then you can peel back the stencil and it's transferred that excess paint. And I'm just going to keep repeating this process. What's important is that you let this dry in between each layer. And again, once you've finished with that layer of colour, you need to let this dry completely before applying your next layer. I'm just flipping that over. I've got that gel plate on a piece of Perspex and it just gives you an idea then if you flip it over how the layers are building up. You can see now that I'm now working on the third layer on my gel plate. Again, just using the sponge applicator, making sure I've got good coverage so I get nice definition from that stencil, flipping it over, thinking about the composition, making sure it's balanced, I try and work in threes to give me that nice composition or balance on the plate. It's really important that you let this layer fully dry before adding your final colour to pull the print. So you can see I'm going in with the parchment colour acrylic paint. I'm going to spread a nice thin even coat. And what this does is this wet paint will now stick to all the dry layers. So basically you need to apply wet paint and get your paper down on the gel plate while that paint is still wet. So to clarify, we've dried each layer at each colour, but now we need wet paint with the paper, cartridge paper going down on the plate while that paint's still wet, so it sticks to all those dry layers to pull away. Making sure when your paper goes down, you give it a really good rub to make good contact with the plate. And then I leave this to dry for about 5 minutes before pulling the final print. And you can see now I'm pulling that final print. The plate is coming off clear, so you can see all the layers are coming off the plate, which is what we're after. So that's the first print, which is the stencil. And now pulling the second print, which is a stamp. And there we have it, both prints, 2 for the price of 1. Let me know which you prefer, whether you like the stamp that has a little bit more texture in, or you like more of the crispness of the stencil. Let me know what you think, drop me a comment. Hope you've enjoyed watching.